Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we're looking at a damn handsome Benchmade Griptilian, model number 551BK-1. So as usual, let's get started with the features, and then we will compare this to some other knives on the table. And now make sure that you guys stick around until the end so you can see the full specs on this Griptilian. And if you're a subscriber, you might even see your name at the end in the credits. Now, I know that you guys are really busy, which is why I just want to quickly remind you, click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Now, the Benchmade Griptilian 551-1 is a manual action axis lock with a blade that's riding on bronze washers, and deployment is accomplished with either the thumb studs or the axis lock itself. Now, the blade measures about 3.45 inches long with a thickness of 2.88 millimeters of CPM 20 CV. Yep, great stuff. Excellent edge retention and corrosion resistance. Now, the handle is about 4.62 inches long, giving this a decent blade to handle ratio. The thickness of that handle, it is over ½ inch at 0.61, and the closed width, so how much room that this guy's going to take up in your pocket, is only 1.40 inches, as opposed to the sheep's foot blade, which has a closed width of 1.51 inches. So yes, this one is going to take up less room in your pocket than the sheep's foot blade. Now, if we go ahead and flip this guy over, and you can see it is open construction with these just gorgeous, look at those blue barrel spacers. Man, I just love those. Okay, what do you guys say we go ahead and get a weight on this guy? 4.3 ounces, which is going to be roughly the equivalent of 5 AA batteries. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit different, of course, Benchmade has you covered. In addition to the drop point style that you see here, you can get this in a sheep's foot blade with either a satin or the black DLC finish, and you can even get this in a combination blade, so with the partial serrations. What do you say we go ahead and bring in some other knives for comparison's sake? And the first one's going to be the Doug Ritter Griptilian. And how about this one? American Lawman by Cold Steel. And last we'll do this little guy, the Spyderco Native 5. Now, before we get into my 7 likes and dislikes, I'd like to ask you guys a question. Now, the Griptilian comes in so many different color combinations. I mean, really, you can get this in just about any flavor that you want. What I would like to know is, what is your favorite color combination for the Griptilian? And you can leave your answers in the comment section below. And I will tell you, mine has to be the olive green handle with the black drop point blade. So what is your favorite color combination for the Griptilian? I look forward to reading and responding. Now let's quickly go ahead and look at my 7 likes and dislikes. And we'll start with number 1, the curb appeal, which I really like the curb appeal of this Benchmade Griptilian. It really has this beautiful, just flat ground drop point blade with this black DLC I like the gray and the blue G10 that Benchmade used. And look at those, again, those beautiful blue barrel spacers. I mean, what is not to like about the aesthetics of this? Beautiful. Number 2, the materials. I like the materials used. I mean, come on, CPM 20 CV blade steel. Now, the scales are G10. And I know I already mentioned that there are bronze washers on the inside here at the pivot, which I really like bronze washers. Very easy to care for, easy to clean, easy to break in too, I've noticed. So materials I like. Number 3, the function. I like the function as well. I mean, once broken in, now there is a break-in period, and depending on how much free time you have, you know, it might take some longer than others to break this thing in, but once broken in, the action on this is just great. I mean, bam. Look at that. Pull back, drop. The ambidextrous thumb studs and ambidextrous axis lock are always great. And you can see that it does now fall shut. Centering on this grip is darn near perfect. It better be, you know? Of course, this is a very fidget-friendly knife. I mean, this thing is a blast. Once you get one, or those of you that already have one, you know this darn thing is pretty much impossible. Impossible to put down. Number 4, in the hands. I like how this feels in my hand. I mean, it's very comfortable to hold. And you can see I have medium-sized hands, and there is plenty of room for all my fingers. Now, did you notice this, the texturing on these G10 scales? And it does provide some really, really good traction. So I am not worried at all about my hand slipping forward. There is a little bit of jimping. Let's see, we'll start with on the spine of the handle. You can see there right at the pivot, and then up on this thumb ramp on the blade. Where else? Oh, yep, here on the underside, like where your index finger would go. And now I don't know if you guys would really consider this jimping, but I do consider it. So right there in the palm as well. And that does actually help with actuating the axis lock, because it does kind of grip onto your palm. The balance is absolutely perfect, and Benchmade did include a decent sized sharpening choil as well. Number 5, in the pocket. This is going to be my first gripe. I don't like how this rides in my pocket. Now, I do love this clip, and that this deep carry clip comes standard on this model, which is great. And it is, as you can see, it's going to be just tip up only, and so for lefties and righties alike. So this does take up a decent amount of room in your pocket, and that's going to be because of that handle thickness of 0.61. Now, I will say that the closed width being at 1.40 inches is much better than the sheep's foot blade, which is 1.51 inches. So that is improved with the drop point. So the closed width is really, really good, but unfortunately, I don't like it in my pocket. Number 6, the weight, 4.3 ounces. That's fine. I mean, that's not too heavy. Now, it is heavier than the standard Griptilian, so I just want you to be aware of that. And finally, number 7, the price. Oh man, this is a tough one, guys. I mean, it's for this drop point coated version is $191, and that's a lot. It really is. Now, if you get this with the satin blade, that's going to drop the price down to $178, which is a little bit better. Now, I'm not crazy about the price, but I do understand why this costs as much as it does. I mean, you're getting top of the line blade steel, the blue and the gray G10, the barrel spacers. So I get it. I really do. I don't like the price, but well, obviously I'm willing to accept it because I own it. So yeah, it's a lot, but you know what? The satin version is just as good, and that's at $178. So to very, very quickly summarize, guys, we said curb appeal was alike, materials like, function like, in the hand like, in the pocket I did not like, and weight like, price like. God, it's crazy to say $200 I like, but I like. So for those of you keeping score at home, that's going to be 6-1. And absolutely do I recommend the Griptilian by Benchmade 551 BK-1. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful knife with fantastic action, excellent materials, and it is just stunning to look at. Now, I do have one idea that I just wanted to run by you guys and see what you think. I've been thinking about swapping the blades. Let me tell you why. I love this. This is my favorite Griptilian blade shape, the Doug Ritter, which is now discontinued. I wish this came with a black coating, but stonewashed. So yeah, I've been thinking about swapping the two. I mean, is that just sacrilegious, or? So you know what that means, that I'm considering it? That means I've probably, by the time I upload this, I've already done it. No, I'm kidding. Let me know what you guys think. Should I swap them? Should I leave them alone? Because if I do go ahead and do that, of course I'll record it so you guys can see, you know, what it looks like. But I don't know. I just think it would be interesting to see what this would look like on this. If this video about the Benchmade Griptilian 551-1 answered most of your questions, why not just go ahead and leave me a like, right? Now don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you the full specs here in just a second. But first, I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and letting me talk knives with you. And I will see you guys at the next video. You guys take care, okay? Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we're looking at a damn handsome Benchmade Griptilian, model number 551 BK-1. So as usual, let's get started with the features, and then we will compare this to some other knives on the table. And now make sure that you guys stick around until the end so you can see the full specs on this Griptilian. And if you're a subscriber, you might even see your name at the end in the credits. Now, I know that you guys are really busy, which is why I just want to quickly remind you, click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Now, the Benchmade Griptilian 551-1 is a manual action axis lock with a blade that's riding on bronze washers.